Hello, folks. How you doing? You should be able to hear me okay. Hopefully you're able to hear me okay. You're all very welcome. I thought I would pop online very quickly to do a Facebook Live. And not just a Facebook Live, but I'm going out on YouTube and Twitter and LinkedIn as well. So if you're watching on those platforms, you're very welcome, and you can let me know that you can see me. Apologies for, I know a lot of people are probably tuning in from around North America. It being 5 hours ahead of East Coast here. I know it's probably a bad time for a lot of you, but I just thought the house was quiet. Laura's out with the kids, and I thought I was here for those who are around. So I can see a few joining now. Bethany Sanford, how you doing, Bethany? Good day, Bethany. Hope you're keeping well. Barbara, Kimberly, Sarah from Minnesota. How are you doing, Jamie? As well. How are you doing? Kath Connor. So we've got loads of people. This is great. So if you have any questions here, you can throw them up, and I'll take a few minutes of questions before I start talking to you about what I am about to launch this week, which is why I'm popping online. But I can see a few questions coming through. Bonnie wants to know how you're doing, Colm. Bonnie, I'm doing great. Thank you very much. I hope you're keeping well. Yeah, there is Sherry. Hello from work. How are you doing, Sherry? Hope you're not caught listening to me now, Sherry. You're all very welcome. Good morning from my campsite in Mammoth Lakes, California. Way to rub it in now. This is that's pretty much what Laura and my dream would be right now, is to be in a campsite. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I would just stop by very quickly and take some of your questions, because there's been a few different announcements. There's been a few different kind of launches recently, and I thought I would just talk you through some of it. I will leave this video on all of my social media platforms as well. I will pin it to the top of the pages. So if you're not joining me live, you'll still be able to join. And you'll still be able to watch it later on, and hopefully I'll address some of the questions that you'll have then. If you do have any questions, if you're not watching live and you're watching later, you can still type the questions under the video, and I will pop by later on, and I'll type the answers then. So even if you're not watching live, I'll still try and get some of your questions now. But some of the questions that are coming in live: Lynn Thorpe, glad to be home. Lynn, it's great to be home. We had a great time in Dublin in my mom and dad's house, where we were spending the lockdown. We went over for a bus tour that never happened in March, and then the world shut down around us, and we were there for 3 months, would you believe? So we had a great time. I think there was it was sort of bittersweet leaving to come back to Glasgow, but it's been nice to be back in our own space as well. And the kids arriving back in Glasgow to the house here, it was almost like Christmas morning when we walked back in, and them seeing all their toys that they'd forgotten they owned. So it's been nice. But we will. This is for anyone who was aware of our schedule. We had planned to be in the States for 9 weeks this summer, launching the school, which was some of that the Celtic school that I think we spent about 4 years planning the Celtic school, and that was going to be this summer was going to be the first summer we were going to launch it. We were really looking forward to that, before playing a few gigs and a few festivals as well. So so that was something we were really looking forward to. But because now all of that is cancelled, we have inherited a few weeks back home for the summer. So we'll spend a few of the weeks here in Glasgow, and then we'll pop back to Dublin again, because it's rare that we're around for the summer. So so we'll spend the summer between Scotland and Ireland, and that is the plan. So Jamie wants to know, will we be back on the road soon? Unfortunately, we won't be in 2020, Jamie. All the work that we had scheduled for 2020 has been rescheduled with everything going on. So hopefully everything around us starts picking up. I know restrictions have certainly been easing in Ireland and Scotland recently, which is always a good sign. And, the next bit of work that we have scheduled really in terms of the work that we do outside of our day-to-day jobs on the ground here in Scotland, is in spring 2021. So we're quietly optimistic that things will be okay in at that time for that work to continue. So there won't be anything happening in autumn or fall, but spring is certainly when we're hoping to get back up on the road. So fingers crossed. People want to know, how's the family? The family are keeping well. Unfortunately, Kath, I don't have any more music to announce just yet, but I do have time that I've penciled in the coming weeks to get back. So I will certainly be hoping to write more music in the coming weeks, but nothing as of yet. Stephen, will you be coming back to Dublin to gig in Dundrum? I certainly will. That's going to be that was meant to be happening in spring 2019, but now that is spring 2020, but now that is going to be happening in spring 2021, and that kind of leads us on to the Keegan Bus Tours questions. So Keegan Bus Tours in 2021, I will be hosting 3 bus tours. You can visit my website and find out all the information about my website. If I went into, you should be able to see this. This might be overly techy now to try it, but we'll see. If you visit my website, you can see there at the bus tours section of my website. If you go onto that, colmkeegan.com, you'll see the bus tours, and you'll see a section for the Ireland 2021 bus tour, which is sold out. But if you click there, you can add yourself to the waiting list in 2021. You can also visit the Scotland bus tour, in which there is 5 places remaining. So you can visit check out all the information on itinerary and price of the Scotland bus tour there. And then also there is a spot on my website for the UK bus tour in October 2021. 4 places remain on that. So 5 on the Scotland tour, 4 places left on the UK tour in October 2021, and the Ireland bus tour is sold out, but you can add yourself to the waiting list on that. So in March, that kicks off March 22nd, but on March 21st, Sunday, March 21st, I will be hosting another home gig in Dublin. So that will be in Dundrum again. So anyone who's around in Ireland, the gig that was meant to happen in 2020 is now going to be in 2021, and my very first home gig in Dublin will happen then. So all the information about that and tickets will go on sale in the coming weeks and months ahead. But for anyone who's around, you are more than welcome to join me. So that's everything really for the bus tour. If there's any questions that you have about the bus tour, you can pop it on here, or you can email me at colmkeegantours@gmail.com. Okay, so colmkeegantours@gmail.com. I'm hoping to I'm hoping everything will be back on track at that stage, and 2021 promises to be a really busy year for Keegan Bus Tours, our busiest to date. So if you have any questions about the bus tours, I will take that very quickly. So God, they're flying through. It's hard to read them all. Betsy, how are you doing, Betsy? Hoping to be in Dublin at the end of October. Can come to for a pint on me. If anyone is around, as I say to anyone, we often get told on our travels that people are going to be in Glasgow or people are going to be in Dublin. If you are around, certainly let us know, and we'll absolutely try our best to meet you for a coffee or for a pint. Anyone who's in Glasgow or Dublin at any stage, if our paths cross, we will be absolutely, we'll try our best to meet you at that stage. Kathy, any more virtual touring? Absolutely, yeah. We will. Laura and I, now that we've settled back, we've there's been a ton of things, less glamorous things to sort out in terms of our plans for the year ahead in terms of work and schools for the children and things like that. So that's what our last week and a half has been entailing. But we will certainly be launching more gigs, because again, these were Laura and I just planned to do a few or a handful of gigs, and people are constantly asking about them. So they seem to go down pretty well, and we absolutely love doing the tours. So we will absolutely be hosting more virtual gigs, Laura and I, over the coming weeks. So keep an eye out for that. But the last thing that I want to talk about really is the thing that is starting this coming Sunday. So this coming Sunday, the 28th, there will be a CKonLine Summer Term. So we've just finished the Spring Term 2020, but the 2020 Summer Term will be starting this coming Sunday. It's a 7-week term. The link should be in the description on this page here. I've also emailed all of my Colm Keegan website subscribers. You should have got an email about this from me today. But again, if you check out the link on the description here, what you should see if I share my page now, you should be able to visit this section here, which will give you all the information about what is in store in terms of subjects we're going to be looking at, in terms of dates we're going to be looking at, and also price and costs are all included here as well. So we will be looking at revisiting Irish language. If you've never done a term with us, you are more than welcome to begin with Irish language beginners. If you've taken a term with us and you want to brush up, the intermediate class might be for you. Or if you've taken terms with us, you can sign up for the advanced class. You do need to have taken a CKonLine class in advance of joining our advanced class, but you're more than welcome to join any of those. We've got 2 Irish history classes, Ireland through the 19th and 20th century, which is going to be a recap of our spring term. So if you didn't join our spring term and would like to take the Irish history class, this would be the class for you. If you did take our spring term history class, well, then this will be a continuation of that, Irish History 2, focusing on the Troubles in Northern Ireland. Okay, so those 2 classes there should be, if you're more than welcome to join us if you're interested in Irish history, or if you have an interest in music theory, I will be taking beginners lessons in music theory as well. Okay, so they're the 3 different subjects that I'll be taking, and these are the dates. There will be a 2-week break in the middle, so it starts on June 28th and finishes August 25th. So it's 7 weeks with a 2-week break in the middle. But if you go down, people are asking me, where is the link to sign up? If you go down to the days, well then this coming Sunday, you'll see here, you can visit this link here. Sign up for week 1 here, for Irish History 1, sign up for Irish History 2 here, music theory, Irish language 1, or beginners, Irish language intermediate, and Irish language advanced. So you can click on those links there, click on Irish history, for example, and that will take you to this page here, which will register you for the Zoom class. Okay, so before I'm asked, you do not have to pay. So there you have it. Irish History 1, week 1, you just type in your name, first name, your last name, email address, and then you register. And that is you registered for the class. So that's everything here. The links for all of those classes this Sunday, the group classes, are here. And then if you want an individual slot, that they are the time that we operate by. So if you have any questions on that, you can email me, CKonlineTeaching@gmail.com. And if you've already emailed me to say you're taking an individual class, I will be emailing everyone tomorrow. Okay, so if you haven't heard from me, don't panic. I will be emailing everyone tomorrow. That is Thursday, 25th, if you're not watching this live. Okay, so that is pretty much everything, I believe. I will take a few questions on that. So I can see people are typing here and there's questions that are coming through. Katie wants to know about the cost of the class. That's so all of the costs are in pounds. It's £25 for a group class per class, and it's £30 per individual class. So that's one thing that I wanted to say as well, that if you wanted, what we started doing in spring 2020, which seems to work well, because it was our busiest term that we've ever had in CKonLine. But some people are interested in seeing what it's all about, but they don't want to commit before, they might have reservations about what the whole term is like. They just want to get an idea. That's absolutely fine. So what you can do is, on that link that I just showed you, you can register for the group class this Sunday without paying a cent. Okay, so you don't have to pay before you sit your first class. The only time you will be charged anything, thanks, Cameron, for giving the email address here, which I'll bring up on the screen, CKonlineTeaching@gmail.com. But if you wanted to sit in the class without paying anything, you can do that this Sunday. You just register as I showed you there, and you won't be charged. Okay. However, the only time you will be charged is if you want to pursue the term after that class. So what I do is I email everyone who joins me on Sunday, and I see who's interested in joining us for the rest of the term. Anyone who says they are interested, I then invoice you for the 7 classes. So you can sit on Sunday's class without paying anything. And then if you want to take the term afterwards, you just email me and I send you a PayPal invoice. And it's as simple as that. Okay, so there's no signups online. There's no anything that you have to worry about. You just click the link above that will bring you to the information about the term, about all the dates, the classes that we have, the times that are on offer. So for example, this, I can see Kim wants to know what time on Sunday. Irish History 1 starts at 7:30 p.m. Local time here in Glasgow. So that is, if you wanted to join, Irish History 2 is 8 p.m. Irish Music Theory is 8:30. Irish Language is 9 p.m. 9:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. So that's all local time here in Glasgow. If you were joining us from the States, for example, sorry, I'm reading the questions coming through and I can't multitask. If you wanted to join from America, that would be 2:30 p.m. Eastern for Irish History up until 5 p.m. Eastern is when we would take the Irish Language Advance. Okay, so that should be everything. If you have any questions, I will take a few minutes of questions here before I love and leave you all. So Jane, love these virtual tours. Thank you very much, Jane. We will be doing more. Janet wants to know, are you getting back with Celtic Thunder? Well, it was a pleasure being back with Celtic Thunder for the online series. I will be joining Celtic Thunder for their cruise, which I'm really, really looking forward to. So Celtic Thunder are going to be performing on the Gertrude Byrne Irish cruise, and I will be joining them for that. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. Kathleen wants to know, am I looking forward to the cruise? I absolutely am. A week in the sun with the lads and singing on stage and joining them for some of our favorite numbers. I absolutely can't wait for the cruise. Kim wants to know what time on Sunday. So Kim, visit the link in the description above this for all the information about the term, and it will give you all of the days, the dates, and the times and the subjects that we're doing. So that should be everything. So Cheryl, are you teaching this? Yes, I am. So if you're joining me for the first time and never heard of CKonline, what I started doing a few years ago was I started offering people online, virtually, classes. So I've been teaching here. I've got a teaching qualification. When I was touring around North America and Australia, a lot of people seem to be interested in Irish language and Irish history. And I thought what I would love to do is combine my love of teaching and offer it to people who can't be with us in person here. So I set up a website called CKonline Teaching, and every so often when I have a few weeks to spare in one location, I offer a term. It's normally a fall term that I offer because that tends to be the time that I'm back for a few weeks. But because of everything that's gone on with COVID and everyone being back home, including ourselves, I thought I would launch some terms to keep people company. And the spring term 2020 just finished has been the busiest term that we've had in CKonline to date. I absolutely loved teaching as many people as we did. And hopefully those who were with us in spring will join us for summer. And if you weren't with us in spring, you're still more than welcome to join us in summer. But it all kicks off this Sunday. Okay, so the group classes start this Sunday. So hopefully we will see you then. Janet, are you and Emmett getting together again? Watch this space. If you'd like a Celtic Comment episode 3, Just watch this space. That's all I'll say. So folks, I really hope that has been insightful in some way. If you are interested in finding out about our Keegan Bus Tours, you can visit colmkeegan.com and visit the bus tour section of that. As I said, there's not many places left for the bus tours. Only 5 on our Scottish Bus Tour 2021 and 4 on our UK Bus Tour 2021. So don't hang around too long. And our Irish tour is sold out, but you can register for the waiting list on the website as well. So that is all the information about our Keegan Bus Tours. I will be hosting another live Facebook chat on the Keegan Bus Tours Facebook page in the coming days for anyone who has signed up and who has or questions, or anyone who's thinking about signing up. I will take those questions there on the Keegan Bus Tours Facebook page. But for anyone interested in taking CKonLine lessons with me in Irish language, in Irish history, or in music theory, it all kicks off the 7-week summer term this coming Sunday, the 28th. And all the information about the term is available in the link in the description above this video. So, folks, I really hope that you are... that you're keeping well, that you're keeping safe, you're keeping healthy. And if you are interested in joining us for the term, you are more than welcome to join me on Sunday. So I'll take 1 or 2 more questions before I finish up. Will the history of Celtic music you did ever be available on DVD? I certainly hope that it will be available at some stage. But I'll also, in the next few months, what I did was anyone who joined me for the Bethlehem viewing in PBS 39 Centre in 2020. Was it 2020? Yes. Or in 2019 even, was it? God, I can't even remember now. 2019, September 2019. I will be, in the coming months ahead, I will be airing the recording of that show for, because I plan to bring the History of Ireland Through Music show across more areas in 2020, but because of everything now in the lockdown, I didn't get a chance to do that. So I will offer a viewing of that online. Will it make it to DVD? Fingers crossed. There's certainly plans in the pipeline. So things have to fall in line a bit more before that. Yes. So if you want to join us, don't hang around too much longer. I always get told after I start a CKonLine term that people email and say, if I had known, I would have loved to have joined you. I have tried to email all of my website subscribers. I've tried to post about it on social media, and I've let you know now. So if you're interested, you can join me this coming Sunday. Just take a look at the link in the description here, and you can find out all the information of what class you'd like to join us, if it's Irish history, if it's Irish language, or if it's music theory. All 3 will be available this coming Sunday. Our group class kicks off this June the 28th. And it's a 7-week term with a 2-week break in between. So all information that you can possibly need will be in the description, the link in the description page that I've shown you in this video. But for now, folks, thank you so much. I hope to see you on Sunday for those who are interested. For those who are around, I will hopefully see you for CKonLine class. All I'll say is make sure you register a few days in advance, okay? Because there's always people that think it'll be a seamless thing to register for. All of our classes take place in Zoom, so you'll have to download the app if you don't already have it. But it will take you through that. Once you register, once you click the link, it will all be done for you. So hopefully we will see you for class on Sunday. All of the classes, when you participate, this is the final thing that I did want to say. So I see a question. Thank you for reminding me. Every term, there's people that say, I would love to join the Irish history class, but I can't make that time slot. If you can't make the time, I do record all of the classes, and I email everyone who is registered for that class after it takes place. So every term that we do, there's people who are with me live in the class, and there are people that can make it live but receive a recording of the class. Okay, that is absolutely fine. If you can't make the class but you want to get the email of it, you can still register for the term. That's absolutely fine. Okay, all classes are recorded and sent to you pretty much imminently. So as soon as the class happens, it goes up to a Google folder, and you will have access to all of the recordings from the term that went by. So hopefully this chat has been informative for you. Thanks very much for joining, and I hope to see some of you this coming Sunday. If you have any further questions, you can either post it on this video here and I'll get back to you later. If you have any further questions from that, you can email me. All emails for the bus tour to go to colmkeegantours@gmail.com, and all emails about CKonLine can go to CKonlineteaching@gmail.com. So hopefully that's helpful. Okay, folks, thanks for joining me. I hope you're keeping well. Hope you're keeping safe, and I will have more social media live chats in the coming weeks. This is just this is not a one-off. I will be popping by. If you have any questions, well then there's Facebook pages for each of these as well. There's Facebook pages for CKonLine Teaching and Facebook pages for Keegan Bus Tours. I would always recommend to people to register for those Facebook pages because you can ask other people who've taken part in previous terms. You can ask them questions as well. Okay, so it's not just me. So so hopefully this has been in some way interesting and informative. But thank you very much, folks, and hopefully I will see some of you this coming Sunday for class. Okay, take care.